Now you ain't got what it takes to do it like me. Get your head up in.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to Chicago. That one was real close, too. They lost by just 2 points.
It wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Draymond Green is out there with Okafor. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then there's Mo Williams, and it's McRae in at the 2.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Green with a screen on Jordan. Williams gets to Okafor. Stolen away. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Jordan. The coast-to-coast jump.
How about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Passes it to Williams. Outside, Green. Pass to McRae. He feeds it to Okafor. The shot no good. Great D that time from T. Minnesota on D. Curry kicks to T. And there's the pass to Thabit. Here's Whitney. Misses the 3.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
Here's Parsons. And Thabit sends it back. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Out to the right wing. Here's Whitney. Off target from 3-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Williams. Another shot and stolen by Jordan. Curry attacking the pass to Jordan and stolen by Parsons. Jordan dishes to T. On its way from Curry for 2, but they recover it. There's the 3. Whitney misses. Timberwolves trail. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Williams, that's good.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the 3.
Look at the last game for Sacramento. It was a win against Boston.
And guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stoppable.
Ejected by T. Rebounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Williams. Picked by Okafor. Parsons outside. Timberwolves passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Fades. And it's Okafor missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
The shot's good from Jordan.
Good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Felton the pass to Parsons. Okafor sets the pick for Parsons. The dish to Okafor. Here's Green, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And a wide open look for Jordan, and another 3 for Sacramento. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Parsons. And Bonner pulls it down.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Green against Young. For 3, Bonner. Rebound, Minnesota. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage 1 win in the season series.
Yeah, and you know they wanted to have a better showing against them. Maybe they can take a step in the right direction tonight, guys.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Sacramento making some changes. Brown is checked in for Young, and it's Vaughn in for Michael Jordan. Mahinmi's checked in for Minnesota. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Draymond Green.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Got a hand on it. Here's Vaughn. A step back shot here. And he overshot that one, missing. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And taken away by Brown. Clark kicks to Brown. Inside, Parker. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Felton with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Parsons outside. Back to Felton. From 20 feet out. And no good trying to get that one. And that does it for the first quarter. Kings ahead, up by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your Kings.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Sacramento.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
On the court for Minnesota. Felton is out there with Williams. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Stokes in at the 4.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
The Kings making a switch here. Young's checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Boozer's checked in.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Outside Williams. He dishes it to Boozer. Kicks it to Felton. Feeds to Stokes. The 17-footer. Rejected by T. Sacramento leading by 5. Here's Young. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Fourth, the Kings.
And this team in terms of scoring off the turnovers. That became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Okafor comes in for Mahinmi, and it's Green in for Jarnell Stokes. Right side, Boozer. Outside, Williams. Three-pointer, and that one's good. Williams has got 6.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Sacramento moving it around. Young dishes to Thabit for 3. That's good. Eagles got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Now, here's Felton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Thabit sends it back. And now Sacramento on the break. The shot by Lito no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Boozer with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Williams attacking. Here's Okafor, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Now here's Boozer. They get the rebound.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And he gets it to go. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Kings. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
You know, they just are in a funk right now offensively. Good time to maybe come with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, we usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Teague. Brown comes in for Hasheem Thabit. Ian Clark's checked in for Ricky Lito. And it's Vaughn in for Nick Young. And that one's good, Boozer.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And it's Brown missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
It's Boozer missing.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Boozer. The Kings getting the button. Williams a screen. Boozer passes to Okafor. They set the pick. Green with a screen for Williams. The drive by Green. That one off the back iron and out. Kings leading now by 7. Clark kicks to Brown. And he gets it to go.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now, here's Felton. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Timeout called by the Kings. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Mahinmi's checked in for Okafor. Chandler Parsons comes in for Boozer. And McRae subbed in for Mo Williams. Brown against Parsons. Brown dishes to Bonner. It's intercepted. And here's the fast break. Felton leading the way. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals. That allows you to get out in transition.
Minnesota making a switch here. Stokes is checked in. And that one's good. And the Kings lead by 6.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Pass to McCray. There's the screen. Parsons with it. He's against Bonner. Parsons attacking.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser,
Oh,
no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Parsons with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Felton. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Felton's got 4 points this quarter. Sacramento's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Jordan the pass to Barker. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's McCray. Dishes it to Mahinmi. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Bonner no good. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Felton leading the charge.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Jordan. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out of the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
Kenny, that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
All right, Sacramento, please
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
Curry is out there with Jordan. Then there's Hasheem Thabeet, and it's Teague in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And Curry, here we go. Teague kicks to Jordan. There's the triple. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Parsons against Whitney. Tipped away. It's stolen by Teague. And now Sacramento on the break. And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Green, the screen. McCray passes to Parsons. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Nice assist and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win. And look, rightfully disappointed with how they played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
The Kings making a switch here. Young's checked in. Williams hits to Parsons, and that one's good. Parsons got 11 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside Williams. He kicks to Green. The shot misses. Great D that time from T. To the middle. And stolen by Parsons. Got a piece of it. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. How he performed last season. Put up about 10 points per game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he'd like to put last year behind him, hoping for a much better showing this time around.
Yeah, it was a year to forget, clearly. Clean slate now, though. He just needs to stay positive.
Barnes checked in for the Kings. Green, the screen. Williams for 3. That's good. Williams has got 9.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Green with a screen on Curry. Outside Williams, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Brown, he's checked in for Curry. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Green. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Outside Williams. Screened by Boozer. Williams passes to McCray. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Clock at 4. Shot from 16. Off the left rim and out.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Young dishes to Thabit. Count it. And 11 chance for a 3-point play. They get Carlos Boozer.
And he's just been good right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Both teams will make substitutions. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Parsons outside. And it's Thabit with the rebound. The Kings leading. It's Brown with the drive. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Brown's got his first points in this one. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. They set the pick. Parsons with it. Picked up by Brown. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
It's been a solid outing for Parsons. He's got 11 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Bonner, he's checked in for Sacramento. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Stokes is checked in for Boozer. The Kings have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Bonner, that's a 2-pointer. Kept alive by Sacramento. Out left to the wing. Sacramento moving it around. Brown kicks to Bonner. Passes it to Barker. 1:22 left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the feed to Lito. Inside. And now the Timberwolves on the break. There's McCray. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Sacramento.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
The Kings making a switch here. Whitney's checked in. Williams is checked in for Minnesota. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
T-Wolves ball.
Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Fifth, the Timberwolves.
It was really an impressive campaign for their bigs. And honestly, I think the whole team did a great job of getting bodies on bodies and controlling that defensive backfield.
Pass to McRae. Back to Williams. Off the pick. Here's Mahinmi. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively as evidenced by the 8-lead team thus
foul.
far.
Michael Jordan, who's checked in for Rick Lido. The Kings shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Williams kicks to Stokes. Here's Parsons. Good D by Jordan. Sacramento's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Whitney misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
It's blocked. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Williams. From deep. It's deflected, but he gets it back. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Kings lead by 2. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Here's Williams. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Boozer is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. Then there's Okafor. And it's McRae in at the 2-guard spot. Boozer kicks to Okafor. And rattles out the dunk. You know, the layup might have been a better shot for him. Here's Young. Cannot hit. Excellent defense there from Boozer. The Timberwolves trail. And there's the pass to Green. Young against Okafor. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Williams passes to Green. To the paint. It's tipped. And now Sacramento on the break. Curry's got the ball. And that one's good.
Michael Jordan.
18 points for Michael Jordan.
You might not have expected him to go for the steal there. But boy, oh boy, did it ever work out for him.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, at this stage of a tight game, all too often teams play not to lose, and they wouldn't be in the lead right now if he hadn't taken a chance there.
Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Okafor sets the pick for Williams from deep three-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now. Looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
We catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach during that last timeout. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Pass to Whitney. Goes up again. Hits some room on the way in. And the bucket's good. And the Kings lead by 4. Chandler Parsons is checked in for Minnesota.
Whitney.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one.
Chandler Parsons.
Outside Williams. Parsons against Brown. Tries from 10. Parsons' shot is off.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Williams with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Williams attacking. And he converts the layup.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Passes to Vaughn. Down low. Here's the beat. Easy jumper from very short distance.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Green with a screen for Parsons. To the paint. Here's Okafor. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Here's Whitney. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Sacramento making some changes. Jordan comes in for Brown, and Curry subbed in for Vaughn. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's Jordan. Count it, and he's now 8-9 from the floor.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
And the Timberwolves call timing. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Okafor. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Gentlemen, some late-game adjustments that could prove crucial in the game's closing moments. Kevin, over to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. Jordan hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
2 minutes left.
Parsons outside. To take the lead, and again it's Minnesota converting. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 1. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Williams gets to Okafor. Lets it go from 11. Sacramento on the break. And there's Brown. That's getting the assist from Michael Jordan. And it's a 3-point Sacramento lead. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're down by 3. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. The Kings making a switch here. Whitney's checked in. USA! 1:30 left in the game. Williams kicks to Okafor. Back to Williams. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Okafor inside. T covering. And it's Okafor missing.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Williams against Brown. Williams kicks to Okafor. Puts up the baby hook. Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Parker, headed by Green. The pass to Whitman. Parsons against Brown. And so he owns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. So it's Minnesota now.
And it's still within reach. But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
A runner. It falls. Here's Whitman. And now they decide to foul intention.
That's right. No other option but the foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
At the line for 2.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're losing by 3. 16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here is Williams. And here is Okafor. From deep, Green.
In for your Kings.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Timberwolves foul call. Draymond Green. That's his first personal foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Brown. At the line for 2.
And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Now Williams. Here's McRae on the money. And so it's Sacramento who scraped by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.